Kart guy here. It's been a while. We're going up here to work on something. It's been a while. Traded my brother's brother-in-law's four-wheeler. He had it for sale. The reason he had it for sale was when he sold it, he was going to give me cash. He was selling it for $600 to give me half of this money because he's wanting this. This is $1,200. Sorry about the dog. But so we instead of selling it though, this kid wanted to trade it, and it was a 1988 LT300, which ran and shifted and fine. But I traded it. I decided since this one had plastics, and I might like it because I love kickstarts. It's a 2004 Kawasaki Mojave 250, and just as I took the carb off, it's got one new tire. Let's unplug that speaker. Just as I took the carb off, I realized the choke wasn't really screwed in all the way, and a few other problems with the carb. So after I do the carb, it should run. So let's get on it. I already got it yanked apart here. We was getting ready to get in the jets, and I was like, hey, it's been a while since I talked to YouTube. Let's go get them. As you can see, we got a lot of work to do. Always around here. It's just not always on social media. Let's see if we can get this camera straightened up. Some more socks for rags. Alright, let's get you guys over here. You know, we're the carb man around here. We clean all carbs. We are the carb master, as some might call us. So the top needle wasn't end correctly, I don't believe. Like the way it came out, the way it goes is it sits in here, I believe, then this goes down over, then this. But I got away. I think the other way, the way it was see, now you can't push that up without pushing the spring up, which would push the slide up. But the way it was before was this was somehow like on top of this going down through. So I think that was they put the carb together wrong. A couple younger kids, you know, gents, they was learning. He did tell me he rebuilt the carb, and it does look like somebody was in here, so we will take these apart. These don't look like new needles and emulsion tubes though. But we are going to go through the carb here, and I got a feeling when we're done, she'll run pretty good. I did get to start and ride it, but it was pretty rough. So we got hopes, high hopes here. And you also got your air to fuel mixture. Now we're going to see what it's running at right now, which I don't think was correct. We got a half. 1. Half. 2. And a quarter. That's about right, probably. 2 and a quarter. Maybe they don't sound good. I mean, when you do things right, you have to take it out, but she's not wanting to come out. Let's just hope that's the O-ring being resistant. There is an O-ring on this one, but that is coming out nasty. Wow, I did not like the way that came out. We might end up having to get a new carb for this guy too. Okay, so now there's always with your air fuel mixture, there's always a washer or a spring or rubbers. Forgot my thing's gonna float away if I don't lay my tools on it. So all I'm seeing is that spring, which is a little odd because usually there's a rubber on them. That does look, I can see through it, but it does look clogged. So glad we did that. Wow, even this guy don't fit in there. Oh yeah, there's all this crusty buildup in here. Watch. See that? That was after we just cleaned it too. That's where the main goes to. New carb's like 40 bucks. We might get one. I like to keep the originals, but I don't know. We'll see. This one might run alright. It does go through it. It's just not wanting to pass through something down here. There it goes. Little time persuasion. Okay. Once that's in, I'll go ahead and screw this back in, even though that's still pretty nasty in there. That's your emulsion tube with your main jet. Not real tight, but snug. Okay, air to fuel. I'm going to screw that in until it gets all the way in, but not super tight. Alright, so right there, and we're going to go a quarter, half, one, half, two. One more time, we're going to check it. A quarter turn, half turn, 1 1/4, 1 3/4, 2 1/4. Okay, And that one jet that I couldn't get out is open. We did not clean the rubber off. Make sure your diaphragm is sealed up. There. So this is a constant velocity carburetor. This is why they have tops like this. Mind me, I'm old. I'm gonna pull my chair up here and sit. So the kids, they did a good job. They was in the right area. They just, everybody gets intimidated by a carburetor, but good thing is you can take pictures along the way. Because they should have kept this quad. This quad would. They probably enjoy this quad more, but it does need tires and a few other things. But after I get done with it, who knows, maybe they'll want to buy it back. I did like the blaster. So this is a 250 Mojave. It's basically like the 4-stroke version of the blaster, if you ask me. Okay. Now we got the top on. I'm gonna float up a little bit. Okay. And we're going to drop the plunger, as I like to call her, down in there. We're going to put her right through for our float. Then we are going to check the operation of the float. Float looks good. Alright, let's see. Get all the major debris out of here. There is some gasket maker in here. I know why. They did the old-fashioned, let's hold the O-ring on there with some gasket maker. It's got baffling in it, which doesn't help. Baffled carburetor. Alright, we got all the contaminants out of the carburetor. We throw this bad boy back on, start her up. Take her for a true rip snot. The plug was alright, really. Let's hope it's good enough for a hold up on a startup for us. Okay, we got our air to fuel in, we got our top on. We are getting ready to put our bowl on, and I like to flip it over. Make sure the operation of the float is still working. Push your bowl up on. Alright, we're going to put this bowl on. Okay, try it again. You hear that baffle moving around? There's a baffle plate on there like you'd have in like an oil pan. What it does is it makes the fluid run the way it wants. Float's working. Now these look like new screws, that's what's weird. If you did a rebuild kit, the brass got tore up pretty quick, because that looks like old brass jets and stuff to me. Honest kid though, told me, you know, just like I told him, you know, that wasn't the greatest quad, but it does run. Brother-in-law drove it around for months. It's a good quad. It's not great to rip on. It needs the original tires put back on it. Somebody put those big old Humpty Dumpties on the back, which I warned them about that too. But just like this one needs tires and stuff. I wanted $600 of it. I didn't want another quad. But he asked for trade. I didn't know it was a kid either. I would have just told him that I could fix this quad for him. He probably would have liked to have this one fixed up. I could probably, without charging labor, if I had this one looking like new for $500. Now we're talking, he put one tire on, so I got to buy 3 tires. And I don't know what's wrong with it yet, so $500. That's pretty good. And you're getting tires as well. Alright, so we're going to go out here. We're going to throw this carb back on this thing. Kawasaki 250 Mojave. We're gonna go for a ride here. We got the carbs fixed, but the throttle return is a little funky. It likes to kind of stay revved up, so I have to pull it back manually. No biggie. We just got to order a few no biggie deal parts. But we're going to take it for a little ride. I do believe I hear the timing chain smacking around a little bit too, and it may be a hair off. So we're going to check the valves, of course, but we're also going to take and look at the timing chain. Because if that's loose, we're going to get a new tensioner. They're self-tensioning. This is water cooled, 4-stroke. Let's go for a little spin the A. We don't have the body really bolted on or nothing. We just put it on real quick. Should start right up. Like I said, the throttle's a little weird. I ain't got the idle yet. I just got it going. Pretty sure I do hear the timing chain smacking around a good bit. Alright, we got her a little muddy. That's okay. But actually the wheels are real nice on this. I like those white wheels. Okay, so diagnosis is the carb needed clean and rebuilt. It wasn't put together completely right and wasn't together completely, like the choke cable needs replaced. And we got a little bit of a timing chain slap. So before we ride it anymore, well, tonight we're going to ride it a little bit here to show you, but after that, and reverse don't work unless I don't know how to use it, which that could be, because I've never rode one of these Mojaves. But she does start right up. Even with the throttle sticking a little. Timing chain smacking a little. Throttle sticks. The timing chain sounds like the tensioner is completely loose. See, once you get going, the chain